Hi everybody, Ty Lord here. Bear with me this week. We all have COVID, so I look like the COVID caveman in here. I want to share my pickups for July. I have a lot of good stuff. I have a package from my buddy Retro Tiburon. I have another package from my buddy Wubs, my co-host of the Best of Bond podcast. And I got a package from Edwin's video game. SoCal Edwin himself sent me a package, so I'll open all that up. Plus, I have a lot of VHS trash and a lot of video games I picked up. Found some good stuff this month. I guess I'll start off with the games. Might as well just start off with SoCal Edwin. Edwin's video game sent me a prize. I won one of his contests. I don't have anything to open this. I don't need a knife. I've been opening up packages like this. I was opening up packages like this 10 years ago with my bare hands. Oh wow, what do we got here? It would be something video game related. Oh, okay. Tony Stewart's All-American Racing 2-game bundle, sprint car, and All-American Racing and sprint car. Wow. I remember Tony Stewart was a NASCAR racer. My dad was big into NASCAR. I never really was. I used to enjoy watching it, but well, this one has the sprint cars too. We used to go watch these. It has those weird fins on top. Well, it looks pretty darn realistic. Cool. Wow, nice sealed game. Thanks, Edwin. I always like adding new games to the PlayStation 4 collection. I'm starting to get a pretty darn good library of PS4 games. And then he was off to the, what's that little guy? Is that his little logo? Or who is that little guy? Is it Babam? No. Little cute sticker. He was at the Super Nintendo World in Universal Studios recently, and he got the 1-year anniversary button. Or pin, how do you call it, button or pin? He sent me one. I won one of his little contests. Go check out Edwin's video games. We call him SoCal Edwin. I met him down at the SoCal Gaming Expo. Really nice fella. He's always streaming. He has a beautiful family. He's always streaming like Jenga or Giant Connect 4. Does a lot of video game pickups. Goes to the Goodwills and the electronic Goodwills. We don't have those around here in Northern California. I wish we did. But he sent me this little button, so this is going to give me some motivation. I've been really wanting to take my girls to Super Nintendo Land. This is a rare little thing right here, a button from the first anniversary of Nintendo World. Who would have known it would have lasted a year? This thing's probably going to be around forever. Super Nintendo World. There's a first anniversary button. Very cool. So got a cool button. Nice guy to send me that stuff. Tony Stewart's All-American Racing and Sprint Car, new PS4 game. E for everyone. And so we'll put that over here. I guess we'll do, I should put this on my PC. I might put it on my laptop. Put that down here. Oh, from Retro Tiburon, my buddy, also from Southern California, Palmdale. Check out this nice shipper he sent me. The Retro Wave podcast. Go check out his Retro Wave podcast. I think I'm in his latest episode, along with Dad Level Podcast and Wubs, where we talk about our favorite fantasy movies. He uploads one of these every month, or go check him out on the website. You can listen to him on his website, Retro Wave Podcast. But he sent me some goodies. I guess I'll start with a movie he sent me. He knows I'm a fan of Michael J. White and Stone Cold. We're a big wrestling fan, so he sent me this Tactical Force with Stone Cold and Michael J. White. I gotta watch this because I'm a big fan of both of these guys. Oh, Keith Jardine, the fighter's in it too. I've seen Keith Jardine in a few movies, and he's pretty good. Where is he? The Fighter. Actually, I saw him in another Michael J. White movie. So Tactical Force from Blockbuster, so I got to give that one a watch. I haven't been watching very many movies lately. Oh man, this COVID is a drag. And then he sent me some video games. So he sent me this game. He thought I would like all these handsome, studly muscle men on there. This is Legend by Seika on NES. This is a repro. He gets from this really good repro vendor down at a swap meet down in Southern California. This guy has all kinds of wonderful repros. I'll show some more in a bit. This is a game I probably couldn't afford. I probably wouldn't want to spend the money on the actual cartridge of this. But this is a repro. I know this isn't the original cover, but with all the muscle men there. I don't think he even knew what this was. He just sent it to me because he thought I would like all this gay stuff on there. It looks like I put it in. It's a beat 'em up. It's like Golden Axe style, like fantasy beat 'em up. You can do 2-player. It's a little simple gameplay, but I found it super addicting. I played through it. Maybe like my second sitting, I beat it, and then I went back and I beat it again. I really like this game. It takes like an hour and a half to beat this game. It's a really fun, like Golden Axe style game. Actually, I think the graphics are even better than Golden Axe. And it's crazy how like there can be 4 enemies on screen at once. Usually you don't see that on Super Nintendo beat 'em ups. Yeah, Legend. Check this one out by Repro or the original or emulation or whatever you got to do. Yeah, I never really knew. I'm a big fan of beat 'em ups, but I didn't know much about that game. And then here's a game I've really been wanting. He sent this to me. A Scooby-Doo Mystery for Sega Genesis. This is a repro. I can't afford this game, but I've always been intrigued by this. It's a point-and-click mystery game. It really has wonderful visuals. It looks almost like the cartoon. It's a wonderful graphic style. It's almost like Resident Evil style, or those old point-and-click games where you click the mouse and then the characters like Scooby and Shaggy move around the map. It's realistic, like or not realistic, but the backgrounds look like it's an actual cartoon, and the characters actually look like cartoon characters. They actually get smaller as they get farther away from the camera and bigger, kind of like Clock Tower. Point and click mystery adventure game. I've always wanted to play this. So Scooby-Doo here, got that one. This is this is so awesome that he sent me this. Street Fighter 2 Remastered on Sega Genesis. It's supposed to be an updated version with better sound, better graphics. It's supposed to look almost like the arcade. I put it in my JVC XI and it was all glitchy, like the characters are just a bunch of black blocks. So I'm thinking if I put it in the actual Sega Genesis, it'll work. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work on. I was hoping my JVC XI just played everything, but maybe it won't play certain repros. But I was just playing it with the little blocky characters though, and I could tell it was super smooth and it sounded fantastic. So I can't wait to play this. I'm gonna hook up my original Genesis and try to play this. Speaking of Street Fighter, if you haven't checked out Omega Ace playing through all the Street Fighters, it's even worth it to go watch the replay. He's playing through like 10 of the Street Fighter games. Last night he played through Street Fighter 1, Street Fighter 2 World Warrior, and the NES hack of Street Fighter 2 on Famicom. And what else did he do? I think every Friday he's going to be doing that for a while. Really good stuff. Any more packages? Okay, so my buddy Wubs sent me. I was really short on PS3 controllers. They really never work. All the original controllers, I have a hard time getting any of them to work. He sent me this fake one. I don't know, made in Taiwan or China. And it feels cheap and it looks cheap, but it plays good and it works better than any of the actual PlayStation 3 controllers I have. So shout out to Wubs for sending me this nice little blue controller there. Alright. Should I show this I never get toys, but I had at Five Below. I always take my girls to Five Below, and I saw they had a Baloo action figure. Now it looks like he's all mech'd out or steampunked out or something. What is this? Mirrorverse Tank Baloo. Is this from a video game or something? But I always like Tailspin. I always like Baloo, so I thought I'd get this. I don't know if my girls will play with it or not, but I thought for $5 it's a pretty cool action figure. What's Fractured Sully? What the heck is it? Donald Duck. Alright. And I guess I'll show some video games here I got. Okay, so my new favorite store, Laughing Crow Collectibles, run by father and son, Jared and Jace, in my town. Such a great atmosphere there. All kinds of wonderful video game nerds in there. Every time I go in there, it's popping. I always meet a new friend every time I go in there. Got a couple of games from them. I do get a bunch of games for credit. I feel like I'm robbing them. They give me so much darn store credit for all this PS2 trash I take in. But with some of my credit, I still have a lot more credit there. But with the credit I got a few games I needed to own. Super Mario All-Stars with Super Mario World. My gosh, this is so good. If you only had one cartridge, this has to be it. This not only has Mario 1, 2, and 3 and Lost Worlds remastered, but Super Mario World, the 4 best Mario games on one cartridge. I just popped it in. I beat all 4 of them. Or I beat Mario 1, 2, 3, and Super Mario World. Had such a great time. Screw Lost Levels. No, Lost Levels is actually a good game. It's just like I didn't want to deal with that right now. But man, this is so good. And speaking of repros, check out, I got Clock Tower repro, and this is a fan translated repro of Clock Tower. Kind of like that Scooby-Doo game I was talking about, point and click. Really good graphics. Doesn't seem like something that would be on Nintendo. It has like little cutscene stills, really good graphics. It's really scary survival horror point and click game. Kind of reminds me of like an Italian, like a Dario Argento movie or something. The little girl in there kind of reminds me of Jennifer Connelly, like when she was a little girl. Excuse me. Getting COVID all over you. Yeah, so I got those. Here's one I've been wanting. I just got the Japanese version of this on NES, but I wanted to get the World Heroes, the original World Heroes on Sega Genesis. I hear this is a bad port, but I've never played it and I really want to. So I kind of want to play this one. I've been having a lot of fun playing it on Super Nintendo, so I thought I'd get that. Great stuff. And I think that's it for the really good video games. Then we have a lot of Rasputin stuff here. You know, I got a GameStop pickup. Here's a game I really like. I had it on PS2. Vanquish, published by Sega, made by Shinji Mikami. Vanquish is a really cool futuristic, like cover-based third-person shooter. There's a lot of sliding around. Really fun game. I beat it on PlayStation 3, but I didn't have it on Xbox, so I thought I used my $5 off, so it came out to like $129. I thought that was a darn good deal for that game. So all of these games I got for $16 at Rasputin's. Man, I'm feeling really bad. I'm getting really hot. All this trash I got for $16. There's a couple of good ones in there. All this was at Rasputin's. I got Red Faction, Join the Revolution. Got Ford Racing 3. I got Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Heck no. With Jeff Foxworthy. Fisherman's Bass Club. I'm probably going to go take take these and get a couple dollars credit for them. Mountain bike, adrenaline, that might be cool. And CSI, crime scene investigation, 3-dimension murder. I wonder if that's any good. From Ubisoft. Killzone, a good one. That one's loose. Breakout. Is that like Breakout? Kind of like from Atari. That must be like Breakout. I don't know much about that one. Game Day 97. Football. Far Cry 3. Not bad, huh? That one was 95 cents. What do we got here? Look at this. Grand Theft Auto 3, PlayStation 2. Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Extreme 3. These were pretty cool. That was loose. Max Payne 3. Unfortunately, this is only one disc, so I spent 50 cents on this. I guess I shouldn't have, because it's just half of the game. It's just one disc. I think it was Dean from Escapes of Gaming. It was either him or Asian Sleepy told me that it takes 2 discs. Shout out to Dean. He's having some health problems. Go say hi to Dean and give him some words of encouragement. Dean gave me that nice Trinitron. I've been playing with that Trinitron so much. Like it's such a huge part of my entertainment life now. That Trinitron he gave me when he moved up to Idaho, he gave that to me. It's a really nice gift. But Dean's kind of having some health problems now, but he'll get through it. He's had a lot of health problems over the past couple of years, but he'll get through it. So maybe go over to Escapes of Gaming and go say hi to Dean and give him some words of encouragement. Maybe talk about video games with him. Wonderful guy, always does wonderful vlogs. Fun guy to listen to. Really a lot of wisdom. He's even older than I am. He's got way more wisdom than I do. So shout out to Dean. Born Supremacy. That's one I was kind of interested in. And yeah, I might actually play that one. Grand Theft Auto Free on Xbox. Medal of Honor Rising Sun. I already had that, but there's a loose copy. I could probably get some credit for this over at one of the stores here. Look at this Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. A lot of good ones. I know they're not worth much, but those are all solid games. And Batman Arkham City on 360. Is that just one disc? I was thinking this was on multiple discs, but that might be the whole thing. So all those games I got for $16. I thought that was good. Probably keep a lot of them. And now, I guess we'll move on to the movies. Got some laser discs at Rasputin. These were $1 a piece. Or this one was $1. Total Recall. One of my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. And another one of my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, Terminator 2 Judgment Day. So I thought those were good laser disc pickups. My boy Tight White sent me that wonderful double-sided reading laser disc player. So I have access to laser disc player. I can watch all these things. I have all the Bond movies on laser disc. Shout out to Tight White for sending me that wonderful laser disc player. It reads both sides. So as awkward as it already is, you got to take out the disc and put another one in or flip it over. This thing, it just reads one half of the disc and then it reads the other half. So it makes it's probably like the easiest way to watch laser discs. Okay. And I guess I'll end with the VHS trash. Got this at Rasputin's for $1. Straight Jacket. I'm not really into anime, but this is like one of the first animes I saw when I first got Netflix. It's a movie. This is a trip. I really love this story. It's about like in the future or an alternate universe where this evil takes over people and it turns them into demons. They turn into big monsters like kaijus and stuff. Like when people get overtaken by evil, And this power, it's such a devastating power, and you can't touch it. And the more you, kind of like a drug, like the more you consume this evil, the more you turn into a monster. But they have these guys called tactical enforcers that go kill the demons when they break out. And these suits they wear, they're actually controlled with the evil, but they can't touch it on themselves, but they have to contain it, and somehow they can harness that power to run these mechs. It's a really weird premise, but I thought this was a cool story. Well, Beverly Hills Cop 3, we were watching all of the Beverly Hills Cop to lead up to the new one, which is fantastic. But I didn't have this one, so I went ahead and got this one at Rasputin's. I really don't mind this one. I know this is everyone's least favorite Beverly Hills Cop, but I really enjoy it. Oh, shark movie here, and a Lorenzo Lamas movie. We got 2 in 1. I love Lorenzo Lamas movies. I love shark movies. Dark Water, one of the few cheesy shark movies I didn't have. This one's like an oil rig, like hostile takeover type movie. There's like baddies in this, and there's sharks. Kind of a suspense, deep sea movie. I think it's fun. Lorenzo Lamas, I don't remember if he does any karate or not in it. And then the best shark movie ever. It's not as good as the original Jaws, but it's probably the best. After that, Jaws: The Revenge. Got the HD or 4K Ultra HD Jaws: The Revenge Steelbook. I got it off of Groove. I think I got 2 copies of it for $26. I love this movie so much. I don't care what anyone says. Every time I watch this, I'm glued to it. I love every scene of this movie. I love every line. Shout out to Andrew. It's always in the comments and Megadan and Ryan's streams. We're always quoting this movie. Shout out to the Lock, Dave, who always defends this movie. Pardon me. Shout out to Tight White that always defends this movie. Shout out to Retro Tiburon, who's a fan of this movie. There are some fans out there. Just a lot of people are not brave enough to admit. Come on, man. It's got Michael Caine. It's got Mario Van Peebles doing a Bahamian accent. It's got Ellen Brody's back again. It's got Lance Guest from The Last Starfighter. All their wives are beautiful in this. Yeah, really cool mechanical shark. I love this. Only two deaths, depending on the version, 2 or 3 deaths in this whole movie. It's more like a family drama movie, but I love it. Woo! Shout out to Billy. Woo! VHS trash. Chinese Connection. I might end up having all of these Bruce Lee movies now. Yeah, baby. Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me. This is the second one, right? Yeah. 3,000 Miles to Graceland. That one's sealed. That might be worse. I like this movie. I saw it at the theater when I was a kid. Or not a kid, when I was a young man. The Hound of the Baskervilles, a Sherlock Holmes VHS with Peter Cushing there. I thought that was pretty cool to get that. I don't know. Every time I see Blazing Saddles, I have to pick it up. Red Heat. I don't know if I had that or not. With Belushi and Schwarzenegger. This is actually, isn't this Walter Hill? Yeah, Walter Hill movie. Here's a good one, Bullet. With Tupac and what's his name, Mickey Rourke. This is a pretty, man, Mickey Rourke's a scumbag in this. He's like the main character, and Tupac's really a scumbag in this. This is a pretty good movie though. And then last one, our boy from Princess Bride here, Mel Brooks, Robin Hood Men in Tights. Really funny movie. Dave Chappelle's in here. A lot of, what's his name? Cary Elwes is this guy. I always forget his name. Yeah, really fun Mel Brooks movie. I love the Mel Brooks movies. Whoa, I'm dying. Sweating here trying to make a video with COVID. Okay, guys. Well, that's it. Have a good August coming up. I'll do another one come September. I got a new Bond review coming out. Thunderballs should be ready by the time this is uploaded with Wubs and I. So have a good, safe summer, rest of your summer. Bye-bye. Now, thanks again to Retro Tiburon and Edwin and Wubs for those gifts. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys.